guys, in today's video I wanted to talk to you about what it's like to work as a product designer. So just to give you an insight, sneak peek, and what you can expect if you are interested in this role, in this career, if you have a job that's going to be starting soon, or if you're just interested and would love to learn more. So this is not going to be a day in my life video. I actually, some time ago when I was still living in New York, I moved out. Big Apple, can you believe it? So I did a video like that, but then I never really posted it. I don't know exactly what, but anyway, got off topic. So if you're a product designer at a startup or maybe a larger company, then you can expect several things. Most likely you're going to be working in either on Figma or Sketch. Those are the typical softwares that are being used right now. Sketch used to be really popular back in the day, but now Figma is the industry standard, and it recently got acquired by Adobe, so I don't see that changing anytime soon. And if you're not familiar with Figma or Sketch, you can just Google on YouTube. There are a bunch of videos of people showing how to use these tools, and they're really great. If you want to master the software, I highly suggest spending months. It's not something that you will get in an instance. Just take as much time as you need to become really proficient at it, because the worst thing that you can do is to go to a job, start a job, whether you're a junior designer and you're given a task and you're not familiar with the tool. That's very important to consider. So typically, most likely you're going to be dealing with Jira or ClickUp or Asana, or well, in some cases even Trello, depending on the company. There are other tools as well. The one I used throughout my career has been Jira. I've also used ClickUp in the past. And most likely, if you're a designer and you have a direct manager, so either design manager, head design, or it could be someone from the product end is going to be creating design tickets for you to take a look at, and then you're going to be faced with a certain kind of challenge or a task that you need to tackle, and then you'll tackle that task. But that's to say, if the project has been scoped out and you can get the ball rolling, so to say. Design is more complicated than how it sounds, and this role, this position is challenging in all aspects. I've never met a designer who told me that design is very easy. It is not. So you're most likely going to be working with product managers, maybe other fellow designers, engineers. You want to make sure you friendly with your engineers and they're friendly with you, because you guys should be working closely together. That's very, very important. And you want to make sure you really have a good understanding of the roadmap, of the company's roadmap and where things are going, so you can anticipate things, you can have a good understanding of how the product is performing today and how it has performed in the past. I highly suggest looking up and taking a look at all different data points that have been collected in GA, Mixpanel, to whatever tool that your company is using, if they're using it, right? If you're joining a startup that's like super early on, yeah, most likely all the processes, you would be one of those people that will be installing proper process into place. Or you might be joining an organization that doesn't really have a proper process, which is, it happens. So just something to keep an eye on. And maybe I'll do a video next time, like design job, red flags, or something like that, for you guys to watch out for. But depending on the role that you join, that will determine the kind of structure you're going to be dealing with. Most likely you're going to have either design review calls, design stand-ups, which are daily, some design call on a regular basis that will be there if you're remote, and obviously another meetings mid-sprint, beginning of a sprint, if you follow sprint structure. You might not be following sprint structure. It really depends, like I said, on the organization. I prefer sprints for design as well, but some companies don't do sprints, so it's really up to you to discuss with your manager or whoever really hired you. So other things to keep in mind before joining the company, or maybe like on your first day, have a good sense of where are design files, is it everything that you will need, get familiar with all the work that's there, and really try to ask questions, make sure that you're as familiar with the product as possible, because what I just talked about is a case of you receiving a task from a product manager and they already have, like I said, ball rolling, either asking you to fix something, to create a new feature, to update something, or to build something new. So if you're starting from complete scratch, then most likely there won't be a design ticket necessarily. I mean, again, it really depends on your kind of workplace. I can speak to the places that I worked at and the design teams that I've managed, and I would always have design meetings talking about those broader ideas, creating out structures and plan in place as to how certain project or feature is going to be tackled and explored and defined. If it's very broad and early on, obviously tested and researched, everything needs to fall into place. And then I create tickets for the design team. You also have to consider the design system, and if there is any. If there is not, then put some time into your day and make sure you just think through, if there is no design system, is this how things will progress moving forward, or at one point design system will be built. So this is more of a conversation that you should be having with your boss. So yeah, I think for today's video, I don't want to make it super long. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer. And if you're interested in joining my UX schools or having an portfolio critique, then feel free to look at the description. I'll leave all information there. Thank you.